Hello, this is David Dean, and yes, we are going to get way down into the weeds of the Survivor Squad in this video. It's not going to be the world's most exciting thing. We are going to have some gameplay, and I'm going to have to do this video a little bit different than I have done some other ones in the past. But we are going to be going through the squads, and what we are going to hit really hard this time is what do things do, like the ability set bonuses, how much that percentage actually means in the game. Because yes, sometimes it's hardly anything, sometimes it's quite a bit. Epic, once again, makes this as confusing as it possibly can. And just to let you know, for when we go in and do gameplay, because I get a lot of people asking me why I use the weapons that I use. I am going to be using the Thunderbolt double barrel shotgun with Affliction on it, and I will be showing how tech damage makes it so even if your weapon damage isn't that great, your Affliction damage is awesome. And even more so on the quad launcher. A lot of people hit me up why I don't use the Noble launcher as much as I use the quad launcher. And if you look at the description, basically it kind of comes down, they both look the same, both of them have Affliction. This one shoots rockets that explode in a pool of fire for short duration, damaging and stunning enemies inside. Okay, so it looks like this does damage when it hits, and then it does Affliction damage. But there's actually a third damage sort on this, which I will be showing, which is also affected by the tech score, making this have just a great big additional damage bonus to it. And the quad launcher was an event launcher that was out previously, and hopefully it will come around again, because I absolutely love the thing. But let's go ahead and, whoop, we did not want storage. Commander, we'll hop over to Survivors over here, and actually we will hop over to the other videos. And basically what I did in this, stop there in time, I totally stripped my Survivor Squad of all offense, all tech, and then made sure I had no set bonuses. So this is base damage on your hero going through and just looking at some different things. Weapon damage right there, we did not get a good look, or I couldn't get a number off of there. Of what the shotgun did. There, it gives me this little bitty number. And this is why trying to do these videos gets a little frustrating. You can see the Affliction damage. The base Affliction damage is 920, just going off, I think, from what I have for research points. And try it again. Oh, shoot him. There, 9909. That is what the shotgun does when you put it up against the belly of the husk. And then you get the Affliction damage of 6 ticks of 920. So, and if here we're going to go with the quad launcher. And really quick, so if your shotgun does 9,909 damage with the first shot and does 920 each tick of Affliction, then you're going to end up doing about 5,400 or 5,500 damage in Affliction, so about half damage. And this gets really weird. There is weird numbers popping up with this, but the initial hit right here of the quad launcher was 6,021. This number here is not the Affliction damage you get for it. It actually creates a fire pit that causes damage as long as they're in that fire pit along with the Affliction damage. So basically you're getting 3 damages. You got the original damage of 6,021, you have the fire pit damage of 4,014, and then you have the Affliction damage from the weapon once again at 920 for 6 ticks, which once again gets you about 5,500 total damage off that. And then he finally gets out of the fire pit, and let's see down here. There. He's just getting the affliction still at 920. So quite a bit of damage from that quad launcher, and when you read the description, it does not say he's taking that 4,000 extra damage every second or so. He's in that fire pit, and the quad launcher staggers the target. If not so much on the smashers, but the husky husk and anything below that usually ends up just standing in the fire pit, taking both affliction damage and the fire pit damage. But we will get through this, chase him around a bit, and then we will throw down our Teddy, because that is another ability damage that gets increased through the tech. And we're going to be doing this a few times. I just want to show you the actual numbers, because that makes a big difference. Unfortunately, I get tons of people on my channel saying, hold it, this is the way it is. And then I'll ask, did you test it? Well, no, somebody told me. Well, if somebody tells you, that really doesn't prove that that's the way it is. You really need to actually see it, even if it means you eat up some time. All right, so here we got our Teddy, which is doing 3,067 per hit. Now, the Teddy, with my Outlander, it lasts 25 seconds. It does 6 shots per second for a total of 150 shots. And if you're doing 150 shots with your Teddy, at each shot doing 3,067 damage, you do a total of 460,050 damage. Not bad. Almost 500,000 damage with the Teddy. So that is absolutely awesome. And actually, we can stop right there on that and hop actually back to over to our next one. This is loading up. I knew I was going to miss it. There we go. Here I loaded up the offense to what is my max offense, and then I set the tech to basically the same level. It's off by 1 point. That is it. Bounce me up to level 94, and I'm just going to go through again how these numbers change, because it does make a big difference. And then we will get into the set bonuses, how those change. And this gets weird because, I mean, I'm at point blank. I got that on the guy. It's doing 19,000 and some damage when I shoot him. And then now it is doing almost 2,500 per tick for 6 ticks. So 8,000 damage. So yeah, just absolutely amazing amount of damage, and that is bad math there. Sorry. 816. All right, so 18,000 damage. So it almost does as much damage with the affliction as it does the actual shotgun on that shot. And just run around here again. Come on over. But this time they're a little further away, and I end up getting 23,958, so I believe this is a crit. But you also see it didn't hit the Husky Husk over there. Right now there seems to be an error when I do a crit. It ends up giving me the number twice. I don't think it does the damage twice, just the number. All right, so it's still doing the ticks there. Run these guys around a bit. And this is why a lot of times, and people get upset when they see me in game, running around, I will shoot, and then I'll just run off. And the Husk isn't dead yet. The reason I do that is because the Husk will end up taking affliction damage and dying on its own. So, but here we go. Whoop. Actually, we'll get a better one over here, doing the quad launcher. Right there, that is not the initial hit. The initial hit was actually for 21,000. This is the fire pit. It is now up to 10,890, which basically all these scores are about 2.5 times higher than they were before I increased the survivor squad. And now he's taking nearly the same as the shotgun. So just showing that your affliction damage does not depend in any way upon the weapon. It depends upon your ability damage, and it's the same, whether it's a shotgun or RPG, and whether it's doing fire or energy, 2,495. Of course, it'll be different if you do it on a elemental husk, but that's just normal. So taking him down, look at all that crit, and you did see some strange numbers in there. Hopping back, there was a 13, and that is one thing that makes all this very difficult. You got to test and test and test to get solid numbers out of this. But no, that is with the quad launcher, getting all those 3 different damages on it. And then we will hop over. And come on. And the thing, oh, no, I won't get into that yet. We will throw down our Teddy. And let's see, right there, the Teddy's doing 8,318 damage for a total damage of 1,247,700 damage, basically 3 times as much damage as before. So now my Teddy is just an absolute killer, slicing through everything around it. And I just love my Teddy. Taking down the blaster, no problem. I am at 94 in a level 74 mission, just because when I downed my level before, I had to be able to get into a mission. Now, the last one, and stop that there and hop back over into game. This is when I went back in and I added in the ability damage bonus. And we're going to talk about that a little bit here. Actually, we're going to start here. The easiest way to see how much these do or don't increase is by doing the health ones at base level. And you can hit sort here to get all the same types. And actually, I want to get that to that one. And we will change that to over here. So basically, right now we got our health at 117,835. So what happens if we change out a legendary in order to put a epic one here that has a match for this 5% health? I would use this one, but for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use this one, level 23, because it's base. And so I'm level 28 here, level 23. So I'm going to go down 5 points. But I'm getting 5% for the health. So just watch up there and see how much my health changes. Nothing. There is 0 change right there. That is due to the fact that the amount increased by the heart is offset by the 5 points from the legendary. Now that seems weird because 5% should be a lot more than that for 117,000 health. This is where it gets all screwed up and really, really hate it. The numbers, let's see, get down here. Hero, healing modifier, and things like that, they are not based on a 100% system. They're in the thousands of percent. So when you increase by 5%, you're not increasing by 5%. You're increasing by a fraction of that fraction. So it is not very much. Now, previously, I've done videos where I talked about trap durability is one of the absolute best perks to put in here to get something out of it, because trap durability is based on 100%. So putting in trap durability has a much larger effect when you got this little bitty percentage here, as opposed when I do trap damage and it's 10 times, or in this case 20 times larger. So yes, these numbers, except for trap durability, give you a very, very small increase to what you have. But let's see, get through there, and we will put that just for the 5 points and the heal and the leveling I got there. And that takes us up just a little bit more, up to 119,000 from 100 and almost 18. So yes, almost all these give very little damage, but when you are a specialist, like I'm trying to do with my, with this account where I specialize with ability damage, which is what I'm really focused on, and then secondary is trap damage. I went through and put on 2 of them here, ability damage bonus, and one thing, it used to be they had a text error where if you did this twice in one of these, it would only show it one time. But that was a text error. The damage always did the correct amount of damage. So anyway, we got 2 here. We got 2 here. So we're up to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 ability damage increases. So you got 9 at 5%. So you got 45% increase. Once again, that is not off a 100-point system. You're not getting, 45% true more damage. You're getting a very small percentage. Actually, it ends up, if I do 9 of those, the damage increase is 2%. Not 45%, 2. That's it. But on my character, that 2% is a big deal. And if you're asking why that is so low, that is because I wanted my offense and my tech to be as close as possible. And actually, this doesn't include all my numbers. When you hop over to hero, they're a little bit closer. What did I do to my offense to take it down? All right. But anyway, now in this other video, boom, this is me running it with the 9 ability damage increases. You can see in this video, they're a little bit off. But when I ran through all the numbers, and you can go through these videos and look at the numbers yourself and crunch all of them. Go ahead. We got to get up close and personal with the shotgun. Boom. All right. So that's doing 26,208, which I'm really not worried about weapon damage. What we're worried about is affliction. Before, I was doing 2,495 affliction with the exact same tech score, but with 9 modifiers in there. I am now doing 2,620. Is that a 6? Nope. There it is. 2,543. Thought that number looked wrong. But yeah, 2,043. So basically, I'm doing 50 points more damage out of 2,500, which isn't bad for a few ticks. It's not huge on affliction. But we will go ahead and have a little fun with this. And it's about time to pull out the quad launcher and have some fun with that. Always have to deal with charging husk. One more shot just to make sure we get our numbers straight. 2543. Oh, bring it around. All right. Come on. I think we're good on those numbers. And the reason I'm going up, get away from the charge, and boom, baby. All right, right off the bat, we got 15,925. That is not the damage of the initial hit. Let's see the actually the initial hit over here, 19,109. The fire pit damage, every tick, which is affected by ability damage, has gone up by 5,000 damage, which is just awesome. And now we're getting a bunch of other numbers. And see, these numbers are just weird. I don't understand them all the time. But here is the affliction damage, 2,543. Once again, same as the shotgun. So right now, off of this, I wouldn't really worry that much about the ability bonus. But when you add it into the Teddy coming up here, the Teddy, it ends up making a huge bonus. And let's see, go ahead and throw her down. And we can see the numbers better over here. Come on. All right, there we go with the Teddy at 8,478. This is a 160 point increase per shot on the Teddy just due to those bonuses. 160 doesn't sound like that much, but I just took it up. Without those with those bonuses, I am doing a total of 24,000 points more damage every single time I use the Teddy. And an extra 24,000 points is pretty nice. I mean, it definitely helps out. And the thing is, with all this, once again, popping out of there, going back to survivors, squads, with the ability damage bonus, that says ability. It's not just ability, it's ability and gadgets. I went and did the same test with my turret, and my turret ended up doing, from the ability damage bonuses, which I have 9 of them, doing an additional 21,600 damage every time I threw up the turret, which is basically 1 shot from the shotgun. So all of this, all that additional damage individually is not that much. But when you add up affliction damage, when you add up on the quad launcher, both the affliction damage and the fire pit damage, the additional damage to the Teddy and to the turret, all that adds up to an enormous amount of additional damage, even though slotting 9 of these only gives me a 2% more damage bonus. So that's my thoughts on that. But more so, I really want to point out the fact, like this video. I know if I put out a video today on the new weapon that came out in the store, I would probably get 2 to 3 times as many views on it as I would this video. But I enjoy doing this video more. I think this video is more beneficial to everybody. So the reason I put up this video is because that's the way I enjoy it. And you should set up your survivor squad to make your hero the most fun you can possibly do in the game. And once again, I do this really specifying on trap damage, ability damage, and trap durability because I solo missions 10 to 15 higher level than me. So I need to be using aimbots. I need to be using things where I can throw it down and head for cover because I can basically get taken out with 1 or 2 shots. So that is the setup. Yes, it is a very, very small difference that these set bonuses make in the game. But if you really focus on them and you got a character that is focused on doing a particular type of damage, it can really add up, mainly on the tech side with the ability, traps, and gadgets. And that's my thoughts on that. Definitely let me know your thoughts. But yeah, on these, I know people get upset because, like with the health ones, set bonus, it says it's giving a 5% health bonus. It is not. It is not giving anywhere near a 5% health bonus on a 100-point system. So just to let you know, just so you can keep on top of that. Have a great day and look forward to hearing your comments.